Streaming on clickorlando.com, you're watching News 6 at 10 p.m.
Now at 10, power lines down in one city, lightning set fire to a home in another. The storms are gone, the damage they left behind.
Today's storms have died out, but the tropics, now they're heating up. We're watching twin waves tonight. Meteorologist Jonathan Kegas fills us in on where they are headed.
Unite and not divide us, and that includes you, Mr. Sabatini.
How dare you?
All right.
How dare you?
All right.
Disgusting.
An hours-long heated debate over dedicating part of a road in honor of Charlie Kirk.
I think, yes, there is. I don't like it. Nobody likes it. But, yes, I think it's a necessary evil.
Our staff has been telling us for 2 or 3 years that this day was coming.
More pain for homeowners in Seminole County. A final vote tonight just made it official. Property taxes are going up. We're going to break down the cost coming up. But we start now at 10 with breaking news out of Osceola County. A road rage shooting has wounded 2 people. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Matt Austin.
I'm Ginger Gadsden, and tonight deputies and troopers are urgently searching for the shooter. They say one car cut off another around 4 this afternoon. Now, this all happened in Poinciana at the intersection of Marigold Avenue and Cypress, right by the HCA Poinciana Hospital. They say the man they are searching for got out of the car, yelling, threatening to shoot the other driver. When the victim drove away, troopers say shots went off, hitting a passenger in the head and grazing the driver. The passenger is in stable condition. Investigators are still working on a description of the suspect and their vehicle. They're also trying to get nearby surveillance video. We'll bring you updates at once on clickorlando.com.
Our other top story at 10 tonight, more pain for taxpayers in Seminole County. They had kept those tax rates steady for close to 2 decades, but a vote tonight makes it official. Property taxes are going up.
Yeah, in these days, Florida Doge and the state CFO calling out local governments for their spending. A fiscally conservative Seminole County Commission says they have been living off reserve funds for far too long.
Bottom line, the county says the average homeowner should expect to pay $144 more per year. That will bring in about $27 million extra to help pay for Seminole's $1.2 billion budget.
Your community correspondent, Troy Campbell, was in commission chambers when the 4-1 vote went down tonight.
Several commissioners spoke out saying that increasing the millage rate is their last option, but say it's necessary in order to fund their more than $1 billion budget.
I don't think there was a lot of choice. Nobody wants to pay more, but my food costs more. Everything costs more, so.
Camille Perring has lived in Seminole County for more than 3 decades. She showed up to the Seminole County Commission meeting on Tuesday to express her support for the property tax increase.
I'm retired. We're living on a fixed income, too. I guess I would ask them what would they cut.
So you think that the millage rate, there's a good reason to increase it?
I think, yes, there is. I don't like it. Nobody likes it. But yes, I think it's a necessary evil.
The board voted 4-1 to increase property taxes by nearly 0.5%. The county says it will cost the average homeowner between $140 and $150 a year.
It's very frustrating.
Seminole County resident Tom Heller says he doesn't agree with the increase.
You know what else can we do? Our bills are going up everywhere else. You know, you buy gas, you go buy food, everything's up.
Seminole County Board Chairman Jay Zembauer says it's been years since a millage increase, adding the county had no other option. And then the increase comes after years of not having increases, so having that restraint prior leading into this.
Well, that's a good point. I mean, it's been 16 years since the millage has been raised. Now, property tax or property values have increased, but still government increase costs just like our homes do.
And several commissioners said they hope next year there will not be a proposed millage rate increase, but they say there are no guarantees. In Seminole County, I'm your community correspondent, Troy Campbell, News 6.
Now, today's vote in Seminole County came hours after state lawmakers held a debate on cutting property taxes in Tallahassee.
Yeah, Governor DeSantis wants a proposed constitutional amendment on the 2026 ballot to reduce or eliminate taxes on homesteaded properties. City and county leaders from around the state spoke out. Winter Haven City Manager told lawmakers that essential local government services rely on property taxes. Several lawmakers say local governments have a spending problem, though.
We're committed to working with this committee and all stakeholders to find solutions that support both the fiscal health of our cities and the well-being of our residents who deserve high levels of service.
It's just not fair that we continue to squeeze our citizens instead of looking for ways to not spend money.
The panel plans to continue meeting ahead of the 2026 legislative session. That begins in January.
Also, weather remains another big story for us here tonight. We saw severe thunderstorm warnings, and our news crews spotted power lines down in Apopka. It's in an area where winds briefly topped 65 miles an hour.
Yeah, this is in the area of Main Street and 436. The good news is no major damage there. But in West Orange County, lightning set a home on fire. Orange County and Orlando firefighters teamed up to tackle that fire around 7 tonight. On Stardust Lane. It's off Hiawassee Road, a little north of Silver Star. A baby's room was heavily damaged, but the family was not home, fortunately, so no one was hurt.
And we are also tracking the tropics. Twin waves are out in the Atlantic. The National Hurricane Center is watching both of them.
And so is meteorologist Jonathan Kegas. What are you seeing from this?
Yeah, so here, the one thing that complicates the forecast going forward, it's because the two waves are so close to each other, so they're going to have some interaction. The outflow of both the storms is going to push each other around, so that complicates things a little bit in the short term. There's some other steering nuances further down the line that we'll get into coming up in about 15 minutes. But you see there the change if you're watching earlier this evening, and I hope you were, about 6 o'clock. We now have this red shaded area, Hurricane Center giving it a high chance. That's this southern wave here that's entering the Caribbean as we speak for development closer to the Turks and Caicos and into the Bahamas. Have dual computer models here, the spaghetti plots running, and just to show you over the next couple of days, you certainly like what you see here with the turn. However, there's some issues with the two waves interacting that these models are likely going to change and bounce back between a little bit closer to the coast, maybe not necessarily Florida, but closer to the Carolina coastline. So it's just something to watch over the next couple of days because there's likely going to be some drastic changes here. Another kind of different look, different models here show the same kind of story, but you do see some lines keeping it even in the Caribbean. Some models keep it in the Caribbean as well. So there's a lot to be ironed out, and it's because of that short-term interaction between the two waves. We're going to talk much more about what's steering these things a little bit long-term coming up at about 10:19, guys.
Jonathan, thank you. Well, in the 92-year history of the Florida Division of Alcoholic Beverages and Tobacco, no operation has been larger than a recent crackdown on the illegal sale of nitrous oxide. In Orlando today, First Lady Casey DeSantis and the Lieutenant Governor Jay joined leaders of the FDLE to reveal an undercover investigation that began in April. Your Orlando community correspondent, Mike Valenti, has the details.
Tuesday's press conference featured an impassioned plea from the sister of a 29-year-old woman who died after inhaling nitrous oxide.
I'm here today because enough is enough.
Lee Caldwell lost her baby sister Meg nearly a year ago. Meg died outside a smoke shop off OBT.
Enough of pretending that these products are harmless. Enough of letting greedy manufacturers and retailers hide behind the fine print while they target our kids. Enough of watching families like mine bury their loved ones because of a loophole that no one has closed.
A gripping personal testimony on a day when FDLE announced 70 felony arrests connected to the illicit sale of nitrous oxide, a colorless gas that can be used for legitimate purposes like culinary reasons, but is also abused to get high. FDLE also revealed the operation resulted in 16 warrants for retailers found selling the product for recreational use.
As a mom, it really angers me that you have people out there selling this, distributing it, knowing that it's going to cause harm or knowing and just not caring that this could end the life of a young person.
In Florida, it's illegal to sell 16 or more grams of nitrous oxide. In this operation, authorities say employees at smoke shops not only sold the products to undercover agents, but they instructed them on how to use the products to get high. We recently covered the arrests of employees at 2 different smoke shops in Orlando.
I know there are legitimate purposes to this, but a lot of people are probably wondering, why are they on the shelves of smoke shops? Because just having them there, the implicit understanding is that people are going to walk in, they're not buying them to make whipped cream fluffy, they're buying them for inhalation. So is there anything that you can do? Would it be lowering that legal threshold from 16 grams to ensure that people aren't buying it for that purpose?
Yeah, that would take legislation.
Hey, do you think that's necessary?
It could be looked at and addressed, yes, because you're right. One thing is, why is there nitrous oxide being sold in a smoke shop? I'm sure the dentist doesn't go by there to the smoke shop to get his nitrous oxide for dentistry. An automotive shop doesn't go there, and neither does a chef or a cook. So you're right. It's obvious. It's the elephant in the room.
Smoke shop employees here in Central Florida knew Meg by name.
Earlier this year, I spoke to the Caldwells about Meg, who they described as bright, beautiful, and funny.
Nitrous oxide addiction destroyed my sister's future. Meg believed that if she could buy them at a store right down the street, it couldn't be that dangerous.
The Caldwells have filed a lawsuit against smoke shop retailers in Central Florida and nitrous oxide manufacturers. I'm your Orlando community correspondent, Mike Valenti, News 6.
Now to the hours-long debate between Lake County commissioners and neighbors. 3 people had to be escorted out. Just a few hours ago, leaders decided to move forward with dedicating a road to Charlie Kirk. Your Lake County community correspondent, Emily McLeod, was there as tensions reached a boiling point.
In these dark dystopian times, let's remember Deputy Link, and let's look at the
Are we at 3 minutes?
unite and not divide us, and that includes you, Mr. Sabatini.
How dare you use that deputy's name for your petty political argument? How dare you?
All right.
How dare you?
All right.
Disgusting. You're a disgusting person.
Tensions were high during the discussion over the installation of a permanent memorial for Charlie Kirk on Wellness Way in Lake County. Some in the audience not holding back, almost escorted out by Lake County Sheriff's deputies.
Should we really? What? Come on, you're going to have to be removed. You can't yell things. You just can't yell things. If you're going to talk, you have to fill out a speaker card.
Critics of Commissioner Anthony Sabatini's proposal calling for memorials to be dedicated to people who directly impacted and served the county, like Master Deputy Bradley Link.
There are many, many, many great Lake Countyans that we can honor. And I'll tell you this, Charlie Kirk ain't one of them.
Ahead of public comment, Commissioner Leslie Campione sharing her thoughts on the topic.
There are ways to honor people, and while apparently some of you in the room and some people that have written emails to us disagree that he should be honored, I am one that believes that somebody like that should be honored.
Sabatini says Kirk has led the largest civic revival of any American in the last 50 years.
And so I don't think that any normal, sane person would ever speak out against naming a significant road after somebody as great as Charlie Kirk. It's not even a debate.
Now, toward the end of the meeting, we were told by a security guard 3 people had been escorted out of commission chambers. Commissioner Leslie Campione said she wanted to get the vote done on Tuesday and not put it off any further because she never wanted to go through this again. Now, Commissioner Sabatini did adjust his proposal to place the memorial on Schofield Road, and commissioners voted 5-0 to approve that memorial on Schofield Road. Reporting in Tavares, I'm your Lake County community correspondent, Emily McLeod, News 6.
High-profile civil rights attorney Ben Crump is demanding answers in the death of a man at Epic Universe. And tomorrow, Crump should reveal more about what happened. He's called a news conference 1 week after that tragic death while riding a roller coaster. Ben Crump is representing the family of Kevin Rodriguez Zavala. The 32-year-old was riding he died after riding the Stardust Racers. The medical examiner ruled Zavala's death an accident caused by multiple blunt impact injuries. According to an incident report, Zavala had a pre-existing spinal injury. The ride safety guide warns guests with back or neck conditions not to ride. The Orange County Sheriff's Office is also investigating whether negligence played a role in the death. Crump is demanding the theme park release video and ride data. Also tomorrow, students at Mainland High School will go through metal detectors for the first time. They were installed at the school's entrance today. It's a part of the district's plan to increase security at campuses this year. Mainland is the 4th high school to get metal detectors, with 6 more slated to get those additions in the coming weeks.
A local town with a lot of history here in Central Florida is celebrating a proposed deal that could preserve its legacy.
This is more than a land deal. This is a legacy.
I found out firsthand why leaders say a potential multi-million-dollar agreement will protect Eatonville's legacy and restore hope. That's next.
And we now know how many tickets paid to enter the state's bear hunt lottery and why some people paid hundreds of dollars for a permit they won't even use if they win it. You're watching News 6 at 10. We are live on a Tuesday night. We're covering St. Cloud, Sanford, and all of Central Florida. Well, News 6 was the first local TV station to tell you this morning about this story. After decades of back and forth, the city of Eatonville is poised to reclaim the historic Hungerford school site.
Yeah, this all hinges on a vote by the Orange County School Board, which will happen next week. Here are the details I uncovered about the deal. The property sits at the corner of Hungerford and Keller Road and has been in the crosshairs of controversy for decades.
This is bigger than big. When you have a town that for so many years, even decades, citizens have come to believe that nothing is going to happen.
Eatonville was founded in 1887 by formerly enslaved people. It is recognized as the first self-governing all-black municipality in the United States. It's also the hometown of world-renowned author Zora Neale Hurston, who immortalized the community in her classic writings. For generations, Eatonville has stood as a symbol of black independence, resilience, and cultural pride.
We have been neglected for years.
Longtime residents like Michelle Fort says she's ready to see real change.
We want better for our home. We don't want a handout. We want somebody to partner in to say, we believe in what you believe in.
Mayor Gardner says this deal is different.
We've had developers come for that land before, but their ideas were for them. It wasn't for the town. It didn't reflect the town, and it just needed a yes or no from the town. And now we have a 100-year organization with a proven record of helping and partnering with communities that are saying, hey, we'll get it done for you.
Yeah.
That's huge.
That partner is Dr. Phillips Charities. Its chairman tells News 6 protecting Eatonville's legacy means more than just buying land.
We'll work very, very hard to make sure that there's little to no displacement of residents. We want to work with the mayor and her team to make sure that we increase the percentage of owner-occupied homes in this community, to stabilize this community, so that we protect the legacy and the history of Eatonville.
Under the agreement, Dr. Phillips Charities will pay $1 million up front. The rest of the purchase price is forgiven as milestones are completed. Year 2, pavilion for festivals and extensive green space. By year 3, Eatonville Early Learning Center with priority for residents and Hungerford Elementary staff members. And year 4, a community hub and healthcare facility. Mayor Gardner knows there will be naysayers who don't like this plan.
I'm the chief executive officer, mayor of the town of Eatonville. And that's my job, and that's what people hired me to do. to make the hard decisions. This is more than a land deal. This is a legacy.
Yeah, and that legacy it looks like it finally will be preserved in the way in which it should be. Now, the Orange County School Board is set to vote on the proposed deal September 30th. Mayor Gardner says she is ready to put years of anticipation into action.
I bet a lot of people are ready to move on.
I think so, too.
There. All right, well, 160,000 people we know have applied for permits, or at least those are the amount of tickets in Florida's first bear hunt in a decade.
That is a lot, but many of those applications came from hunting opponents who are trying to reduce the number of bears killed by obtaining permits they won't even use. FWC will only issue 172 permits through a random lottery for the December hunt. Each permit allows a hunter to kill one bear, but only in areas where officials say the bear population is high enough.
Florida's first bear hunt in a decade is now set to start December 6th. State wildlife officials say Florida's black bear population currently stands at about 4,000.
All right, time now for a look at our forecast, and boy, did we have some action later on this evening.
We
Meteorologist
did.
Jonathan Gekas joins us now with a look at things have calmed down out there substantially, though.
Yeah, and look at what is left in its wake. We had a lot of great
nice.
sunsets across Central Florida. This one coming in from Erica in Apopka here. Gorgeous rainbow. Another one in Apopka tonight after those nasty thunderstorms kind of left us alone. We had another very nice rainbow. And then this gorgeous sunset in Sanford. We had some of the rain. Not as intense as what it was in West Orange County, but nonetheless, gorgeous shot of the sun going down tonight. If you have a photo, we would love to see it. You can submit it on the free News 6 weather app, or you can head to clickorlando.com/pins. You can also scan that QR code right there. That's exactly where that QR code will take you, and you can submit your photos, and we will showcase them on TV. Right now, nice clean sweep of the radar. That's just some ground clutter showing up. We should be quiet for the rest of the evening. And then we'll do it all again to some degree tomorrow. Don't think they're as widespread as what we saw earlier this evening. That's 8 o'clock on your Wednesday, looking pretty good. I think a nice dry start to your day. Once we get to the afternoon, there's the flare up into the afternoon through the early evening. That's 7 o'clock, kind of riding down I-4, very similar to what we saw tonight. And then 5 o'clock as we get into Thursday morning, I think we have a nice quiet start as well. So trying to get back into that routine summer pattern. It's a live look in Daytona Beach with our Daytona Beach Skycam. Air temperatures right now around 80. The wind is calm out there. Watch out for a little bit of fog to develop, especially in the areas that we picked up on the heavy rain. 40% shot for storms tomorrow. Air temperature is getting back into the lower 90s. Watching the tropics, of course, 2 tropical waves close by to one another. And that's what complicates the forecast in the short term. Again, steering flow over the next couple of days is going to be guided by the Bermuda High. But one thing in question is these will interact, these 2 tropical waves, and that is going to just convolute the models over the next couple of days. In the longer term, unusual setup with that low cutting off, that upper low cutting off the deep south of the United States, and that is going to help to try to guide that maybe further west towards land. It's something we're watching. I'm cautiously optimistic that both of these turn, but there's going to be some shenanigans with those waves close by, so just keep it a close watch anyway. 40% shot for storms tomorrow, 50% chance Thursday into Friday, slightly higher shot coming in to start your weekend. We'll be right back.
I'm in Daytona Beach at Amazon's brand new Robotics Fulfillment Center. This facility is the size of 11 football fields and filled with hundreds of robots that package and sort your Amazon deliveries. Not only that, Amazon says that over 1,000 human jobs are created thanks to this facility.
800,000 packages a day. That's what the massive Amazon Robotics Fulfillment Center is capable of. 800,000 people expecting their deliveries on time. Andrew Jaworski, the general manager of the new facility, walked through the journey a package takes after you order it before it makes it to your doorstep. It starts when new products are shipped into the warehouse.
We open up all these cases and then we place these items in a conveyable tote going up into our robotic storage platform.
Upstairs, hundreds of robots shuffle the merchandise around to get everything where it needs to go.
As soon as you hit buy on Amazon.com, that order generates to the site here, and we have our first picker pick that item out, place it in a destination tote, which will then get routed to our pack department.
Now they know where the order goes. All that's left is to pack it up.
These items are then taken individually from the totes where they were packed out and put into packaging that's meant for that specific item.
And send it out.
But each of those carts are going to be placed in a trailer and then arrive at that destination facility sometime today.
800,000 times. Daytona Beach Mayor Derek Henry, who cut the ribbon on today's opening ceremony, says that's not the important number. To him, it's about bringing over 1,000 jobs to his city.
The enormity of the number of jobs cannot be overstated. It just sends a ripple effect. Hopefully others will come and see us as a viable space.
In Daytona Beach, Alex Cook, News 6.
Hey, thank you so much for joining us for the news tonight. You can find all of tonight's stories plus breaking news on News 6 Plus.
It's all there. It's free to download to your smart TV or your streaming device. Have a great night. We'll see you at 11.